Let's say a practical example of MCP server. So suppose you have a API server and you have few get APIs to get exercise based on the type. So you can have reading exercise, you can have writing exercise, listening exercise, and you can also see the score by passing a score ID. So you can have a mobile app or a web app which communicate with API server to get the required data. Now you want your users to have a conversational way of getting the data. So for example, you can have a chat box, chat interface, and user can type, give me reading exercise, give me writing exercise, or suppose he want to see his scores based on again a type. So he can type, give me latest my recent score, recent reading score. So typically you would pass these params in payload or query params to the API server, and the API server will give you a response. But these params cannot be hard coded, and you would require some AI stuff in between to have these params or payload. So that's where MCP server come into picture. So this MCP server, we make request to this MCP server, and uh, this will create payload params, and this will uh, send this API request on our behalf, and we get the desired data. So I have a project, IELTS project, which has a API which returns exercise based on a query param. So this could be writing, reading, listening, graph. So let's create a MCP server for it. So I am using fast MCP as we discussed in the earlier videos, and I am using SSE transport type because I want to host it in a remote URL. So SSE based transport will be used. Yeah. So I have a function get writing exercise, but let's change its name, get exercise. So it's a generic function which accepts a type, and I have a utility function get exercise. So it basically hit this API, and it returns a JSON. So it's a basic API. And I have mentioned this is used by our AI tools, for example, Cloud or ChatGPT. So they will use this information to uh, for getting the type or to get the context. So I have mentioned these are the available types: reading, writing, listening, graph. So we will not pass this hard coded in the function. It will get passed automatically by our AI LLM basically. Yeah, so I'll just run it. Just kill that server. Okay, so it's running on port 8000, and this is the cloud desktop config, and I've already uh, set. I think it should work. So you can check my previous video if you have any confusion regarding this config. So let me open cloud. So let's see. It it should list this tool first. So let's check that first. So I will just say give me all available tools um, local MCP. So it should return this function, this tool. This is exercise generation tool. So yeah, so get exercise is exactly same, and based on this info, it automatically understood what are the available types and what it returns. So let's actually use that. So I'll say give me a let's say writing exercise. It should run this function. It will ask for the permission. I will allow it, and as you can see in the request, it passed writing, and I have not hard coded it, right? So this content, is actually coming from our API. So this is a example how you can automate your APIs, and you can have a conversational way of invoking the APIs. That's where the MCP server is really useful, where you don't have to hard code your payload. It can automatically generate your payload. This is a very basic example, but in the coming videos we will discuss how you can add authentication uh, to the routes, and so we will discuss that in the coming videos. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video.